My little battery is dying, so I have it plugged in, have to hold it with my hand for the moment. But we've got a call where basically it sounds like the maintenance people went by to this particular apartment and they found that the thermostat batteries were all corroded out. So they did install a new thermostat and basically still didn't work. One of them was a little more handy, and he decided to go check, see whether or not the fuse had blown. So he did find apparently a blown fuse and replaced it inside the unit, and it worked for a little while, blew again. They came back, they said they did something with the wiring and it worked for a few days, and suddenly, hey, it blew a fuse again. So at that point, the management company gave me a call, asked me to drop by, see what I could find for them. So we'll stop by and do just that. All right, first thing that gets me, especially since they've already changed the thermostat and put a new fuse in it downstairs, apparently the maintenance man did, but that bothers me right away for any kind of low voltage problem. It's already turned off, so let's crack this guy open and see what we find. So we'll just confirm that we don't have high voltage going into the bottom of the contactor here. Nothing to either side of ground, so we're good. Let's see about low voltage here. So that's just our common, and that's our 24 volt hot. Nothing there either. So let's take a tour under the house. Before I do that, I may run a new wire through here. Get that out of the way. And remember, all of these colors are somewhat interchangeable depending on who installs it. So do pay attention to what things are hooked up to if you're doing something where you need to. So in other words, there's no real wiring code as far as these go. Just most people just hook the same color to the same color, but a lot of times with that in mind, you might end up with a blue as a common, black as a common, brown as a common, blue, black, brown for a O or B, so who knows. So do pay attention to that in the field. In this particular case, we're not really worried about it. We're just hooking it back up to what it was. Before we put a new fuse in, we'll just look around, and I don't see, just kind of a rat's nest, but I don't necessarily see any damaged wires. That contactor looks new. Let's pop the top and look inside just to be thorough. I see a lot of this compressor's been changed. Somebody nicely tied that off so it wouldn't rub, because that is a problem. But also the reason that's tied off is because these things will vibrate against everything. And what I see right there, I don't know, I moved it a little bit, but you can see that little white streak. And if we turn that wire over right there, I don't know how much of it you can see, but that's where our problem is it just sat right there rubbing against that and eventually popped. So the wire we reran was just really more for our peace of mind. So that's our actual problem, running to our little pressure switch here. Good. Well, there are screws in it, but they I don't think they're actually doing anything. No, of course not. All right. I do see a little pile of fuses here, so it has had some issues. But first, we'll just check and make sure we do have high voltage. This is just our block here. So we do have high voltage. Let's unplug this guy. All right, let's see about this fuse down here. Definitely blown. At least there's that. Not the greatest setup down here. If I can grab that, there we go. Looks like we're using orange, blue, white, yellow, red, and green. Just spray these guys. And you don't really want to do this with the new communicating systems, because what did I just do right there but create a coil? So that will interfere with digital stuff, but 24 volt analog here, it's not going to give us any issues. This is our reversing valve, so our O. So we do still want it attached to the thermostat, but it does not hook to this unit, it just goes directly outside. So we're just a junction box here, essentially. This blue wire they're using for our common. It does go to the machine, obviously, to be able to pull the common off the transformer. It goes to the thermostat and goes to our outdoor unit. Our white will be our W2 in this particular case. It runs to the outdoor unit to be a way to energize those heat strips when the electrical, or rather when the defrost turns on outside. Our yellow is our call for cooling or heating. It's essentially outdoor unit run. And our orange here is outdoor unit run which direction. And our red wire here is just our 24 volt hot to the outside. So our blue is our common, red is our hot. That way we can complete our circuit. All right, since I can't get my big fingers in there, we'll just take advantage of our pliers here. So plug this guy back in. Let's see if we have 24 volts now from our common. And our red. And we do 27.3, 27.4, which is about right for the high voltage we're getting. You figure it's a function of how many wraps you have on this thermostat, or a transformer rather, on one side versus your power coming in. So depending on your actual input power, it can vary a little bit, usually somewhere between 24 and up to 28, just from what I see. Well, my camera battery died again. Hopefully it got most of that video. But management people over there, they may have been barking up the right tree as far as the thermostat went. They showed it to me, it was fairly corroded out. However, turns out that wasn't the whole issue. The wiring on the outside, they didn't really say whether they did that or not. What I imagine happened is they found a bad spot and tried to splice it out, and did that as that tape looked fairly new. We just went ahead and ran a new wire because I didn't trust it. But upon looking around trying to find some shorts, we did find that little wire inside. It was running to a pressure switch that was rubbing up against a feeder tube, and you will find that happen quite a lot, and a lot of people miss it. But you can, if you just take a peek through there, you'll find that there's a little bit of white oxidation around the copper usually, and if the wire is close to it, there's a pretty good sign. You probably have a hole in the wire. But upon moving that little wire back, we did see it had worn right into it, so that was a 24-volt connection going right to that pressure switch. So got that spliced back out, fixed for them, got a new fuse in it. I did put some new screws in that door. I don't know what the deal was with that, but anyway, got them taken care of, and we'll move along to the next one.